Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now here's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. That'll give him 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It was Brian Cook who made the tackle. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Off the play fake, Love. Flushed out right. And Love is going to slide down and pick up the first. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Throwing, Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Working out of the gun. Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To the air again, Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Following the interception, Love. A check down here to Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And a first down for the Chiefs.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Lucas Van Ness, a first-rounder from Iowa, there on the tackle. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Glove. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together. It's like,
and Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive to help themselves out.
And Jones going to have a Packers first down as the tackle made at the 42. The Packers at 8-3 now. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return will stop right around the 25. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
36-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
20! And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Love. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Jaden Reed. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into a big play.
On first down, Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And a short pickup to about the 25.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 25, here's second down and 7. Valdez-Scantling in motion left. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at Travis Kelce. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to get stacked up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are back within a couple of the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Rasul Douglas picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive as they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now Love wants to shift things around. Now they'll audible to something else. Love now. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Love. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. He can only get a yard after all that, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Mahomes throw incomplete to Valdez-Scantling. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down, Kansas City.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Moore, the man in motion. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. Outright and brought in by Moore. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This for a 4th quarter lead. Butker's kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Jones. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's good for a great.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. After the penalty, it's Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's second down and 3. On second down, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's third down here. Love from the gun on third down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Love. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Love looking to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. And it's caught. And he's brought down after a very nice game. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes. Finding Kelsey, and he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save the timeout, and I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Mahomes. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Here comes 2nd down. Mahomes to throw it. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they're on their routes.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
2nd and 6 coming up. Mahomes will throw. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.